Alright. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Back up. Back up. I don't know. You're trying to escape. Alright. Let's try this again. So, we got this high-speed metal saw. Should be able to, get right under there, cut that out. Alright, so let's get the hose to it. Find it. Right here, right. Let's see if I could drag this thing out. So this one hooks. This is the air compressor hose. Let's see how far I can pull this. Let it trying to pull it back in. I gotta set you guys down for a second. I think that's unfortunately as far as that's gonna go. Which might be far enough. Which means, oh, hold on. Let me see if I can get this away from you. So this is as far as this is going to reach. Now, that will just pop out, right? And then the air compressor pop right into the saw. That's a safety. That's how you turn that on. And then this should be able to reach right here. Okay. 1 second. Let's go turn the air compressor on. I also need to find some protective glasses while I'm in the garage. Let's see if we can get... Sorry for the mess. Like I said, her garage is a giant storage unit. I gotta find some glasses. Shit everywhere and on anything. Wait, I saw glasses hanging. Oh, right here. Look. All right, here we go. Now we're in business, and they're clear. Perfect. All right, now we just gotta turn this on. Back up. Alright, I got my glasses. Now I just need to grab my gloves. Alright, I hear it going. Let's grab gloves. It's still fucking wet from the rain the other day. That's nice. I'm gonna have to keep my phone kind of away from it though. Try not to cut myself here. Let's get this bolt off. Ah, these are fucking wet. Alright. These are dirty. Alright. Why is this not working? Oh no, don't tell me it doesn't work. Is this not in? Oh, there we go. Come on, man. Why is this not... Is it not strong enough? Or is it because there's like a leak or something? Just tighten. Hold on. I don't know if this is gonna work, guys. I can't tell where this is leaking from. Is it coming from the hose or? When I push it in, it holds it. It wasn't leaking with the other thing. Can I tighten this? I can feel where it's coming out of. Alright, now this fucking hose won't move. Alright, I'm gonna step on this right here. Now if I push it in, it should work. Yeah, I don't think this is even cutting, guys. There would be sparks. I think there would be sparks if it was cutting. And there's not. It doesn't look like... I don't think it's cutting anything. I don't know, is the blade too small? Or is it not getting enough pressure because of the leak, even though I'm pushing it in? Let me see if this other thing leaks. Where'd the, This is just a thing to fill up your tires. Let's see if this leaks. No, see, this doesn't leak. Alright, so the tire pump attachment, it doesn't leak. So this compressor's just probably, I mean this metal cutter's just probably not any good. It's leaking out the end of it. Metal or steel rated blade. It's really hard to read what this one is. Well, so there's another one of these in the garage without a blade in it. Let me go grab that real quick. It's a lot bigger than this. I'll be right back. Maybe I just got to get a blade. So let's set that. Let's put this right here. I'll be right back. Alright, so these are the other attachments that I found. So I'm not sure if this is for metal. It looks like a grinder. And it just plugs in. I'm not sure if this is for sanding or metal. I have no idea. Then I found this. This is a much bigger attachment for something. It almost looks like it's a, I don't know what that is. Look. What is that? Air punch fangle tool. Air punch. Oh, to put holes in metal, maybe. Okay, that's what that does. And then I found this. It's got like a metal mesh spongy thing on it. So try the grinder. This is for sheet metal. Maybe I can get the, maybe I can, this is sheet metal. Alright, let's see what happens when I put this in here. The problem is I should have backed my van all the way back as far as I could go, but now I don't have my seat in, so I can't really back my van up. Oh boy. How do you hold it to the edge, or? Oh, there's sparks. Trying to see if I can get rid of this lip right here. Ooh, fucking shit hit me. God damn it. I'm gonna fucking electrocute myself. I'm gonna set myself on fire. Looks like it's cutting the metal down though, so it does look like it's doing something. nice and clean. The bolt's no longer rusted. So I guess this is for metal. Here, I'll show you guys what it looks like now. I'm trying to cut the end lip, so I can just, cut the hole open and then just slide this metal thing out from under the bolt for now, just to get the partition out. Trying not to set my sweatpants on fire. I'd prefer not to. It is moving it where it needs to go. It's not really cutting it, but it's like filing it out of existence. Here, let me show you guys again. Like it's like, I know it's not cutting it, but it's filing it to where it doesn't exist anymore. Look. Right, oh, please don't fall. God damn, dude. Look, that used to just be like one straight piece, and I've grinded that inward, and I'm trying to go up and around the bolt. Let's see. Is it gonna, imagine it like finally comes unbolted? No. Can you guys see? Let me see if I have enough space now to hold the bottom of it. No, it's still, see, it's still turning. The very bottom bolt is still turning under this, even though I'm pushing down on it. It's moving the whole thing. see if I could just cut the bolt off. The top part of the bolt just go straight across with it. The hole's big enough I could just lift the partition up and over it. It's not going to come out. Not like that. Use a pipe wrench. All right, let me go see if I can get a very thin pair of pliers so I can hold the bottom of the bolt while I try and turn it. I need something that's thin enough to fit in there, like under it. Like I've been trying to use this and then just going up and pushing down on it, but it's still like it doesn't keep it from turning. Go see. So I got a question. Is this for wood or metal? Like, how do you know the difference? Is this for wood or metal? Probably wood, right? It just says the size of it. I don't know how you can tell. Or, over here. Yeah, let me see if I can grab onto this thing. And get a good grip. Alright, got a good grip on it. that if I can hold on to it and just turn this without that turning, I should be able to get the bolt out now because I have enough space. I lost grip under it. It's a very small thing to grab onto under here. Very tiny. But I just need to keep it from turning. Nice and tight. And see, the second I try and turn this, it pops out of the fucking pliers. I can't even get a good grip on it. Every time I try and turn this bolt. Yep. Come on. Try it again. Let's see. These are the thinnest pliers that I have. Just hold it. I can't. I'm sorry, but like a hair grip on that little spinny thing is not gonna. That's gonna have to get cut off. That's the only way. The only way it's coming off is if it's cut off. Well, the thing is, if this is for wood, I don't want to destroy it. It is not mine. I see sand dust on it, so I'm assuming it's for wood. But I'll try the grinder again. I'll try the grinder, because that was doing something. Out of all the things I've tried, that was the only thing that was doing something, so maybe I could just grind this bolt right off of here. If I can't cut it, I can grind the top of the bolt down until it's nothing. I just need to be able to pull this thing up over it. Alright, so now I gotta get some slack. Alright, let's not cut myself here. Or the fucking hose with the grinder. Let's not do that either. That would suck. like something really strong that can cut through a bolt. I've now essentially reshaped the entire base of this fucking partition. They're not going to be able to use this hole again in the future. Well, can we not fucking do that, you retard? God damn. I'll show you guys what it looks like now. It's getting a little bit better. There's no cut disc in there. I did look. You could see what I was trying to do. I was trying to grind the metal as far in as I can on both sides to where this, right up here, this front lip will end up breaking with a little bit of force, and then I could just pull the divider out from under it. And then once the bolt's exposed completely, I'll be able to actually grip it with something on the bottom and you know, take it out. But right now, it's really hard to get in there. Like right here. It's really hard to get in there and grip this thing. This is what I'm trying to hang on to. This bottom piece. So then when I try and turn this top piece, if I can hold that, I can essentially loosen the top bolt out of there. But I can't get enough grip on it. I can't get enough grip under the thing that's moving to hold it in place so I can unbolt the top. But I still don't think I have the right tool. This thing is too weak. Well, this whole entire thing is too weak. I'm wondering though, what's this? So what exactly, how do you use this? How do you use this thing? Well, that's not going to fit. I was going to say, can I clamp down on this thing? Can I use this to clamp down and just poke holes in it? But unfortunately, it's too high up to get it down in. So that's not going to work. I don't know what the hell this is. How many other bolts like this? Well, so far, all the other bolts came out. This is the only fucking bolt right now that's stuck. I mean, there could be other bolts over there that could end up getting stuck like this, but for now, it's just this one. I need a torch. What, to like melt it off? I can melt it off. Well, unfortunately, I don't have like one of those types of torches. I know somebody that does though. But I wanted to try everything I possibly had here to try and get this off myself before I ask somebody else for help. We got the door out. Look. We got the door out and we got the whole metal partition is completely unbolted except for here and over there. And I'm probably going to want to bolt it back in here just to keep it from falling over while I'm driving. If it's still in there. PB blaster. Yeah, there's nothing there. It's not under the van where it's stripped. It's literally, you can see it. It's right there. There's a little disc right there that spins when you move the top one, and you just need to be able to hold that tight to take this one off. But the problem is you can't grip on that thing. And the only way you're going to get this off really is to just completely destroy the area around it and slide the partition out. or just literally cut the bolt right off. That's the only way that's coming out. Why do you want me to go under the van? There's nothing under the van to cut. It's all inside the van. It's right here. These bolts are not that long. I'll show you what they look like. They look like that. They're not really all that long. And then these are all stripped. Oh, let me zoom out. These are stripped. These are stripped. These are stripped. These are both stripped. I tried getting these out already. I didn't want to make it worse. But the thing is, these don't have to come out. Like, I don't have to undo these to get the partition out. I just have to get this. Accidentally shut my screen off. I just got to get that. And then the 3 over there. And then we're good. Once this comes out completely, then it will free up the space over there where the shelves are bolted into behind it. And then I'll unhook that side, and then we can unhook that side. At least let me go over here and show you guys this side. Oh, come on, man. Like, why is this whole thing locked? I literally unlocked it this man already. I don't have my key on me. It's inside. I don't want to go inside. There we go. So, you can see on this side where this is all bolted in. So I could have 2 choices. I could either unbolt it from this metal thing that's bolted into the wall, or I could just unmount the entire bracket and pull it all out. Are these the right side? No, it goes to these. So there's only 2 screws, at least right here. So these are really easy to get out. I already took the one off on the other wall. It was only a total of 4 screws. Problem is the shelves are also bolted into the floor, so I gotta undo all the bolts in the floor. So that comes right out. I'm afraid to do the other one right now because I don't want... Well, I guess it's not gonna fall over. If I leave them bolted into the floor, I could at least get this loose. That just means that it's gonna be a lot louder when I'm driving until this is all out. But let me see, maybe I can squeeze my hand behind the metal partition and get the shelves out. That would be cool, if it's possible. I don't know if it is. It didn't look like it would be. Please don't also be stripped. I will fucking lose my... I'll just set the whole van on fire, honestly. And melt it down. Liquid metal, and then we'll start over. Alright, it's coming out. Awesome. Now look. Wait. Oh, you know what? That isn't gonna move. Because of the weight of the shelf. This thing is fucking heavy, by the way. I'm gonna need help to get this out. Is that tack? Somebody tell me, is that tack welded? Or is that just cutting into the plastic? Looks like it's tack welded to me, but... So that's the only place that that's bolted into. Let me get something to pry that open. There's that little handheld pry bar. Here we go. So, let's see. Alright, so as you can see, there's no other bolts holding this onto the wall. What's holding this in place right now is the fact that this entire metal shelf is still bolted in. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, so I just answered my own stupid question. It is not tack welded in. It's just cutting into the plastic protector there, and then now these are pretty, see, you could see where they use like some kind of glue to bolt these in. So let's hope I don't have to take these bolts off. I think if it's just attached to this home bracket right here, I just undo the home bracket, I undo the bolts from there, and then we should be able to lift the entire thing, including this wall bracket, out with the shelves. However, the shelves are fucking heavy as shit. At least I don't have to worry about it falling over. That's cool. We'll just leave these bolts right here on the floor. This side's already, I already unscrewed all of this. The problem is it's tied in with the ceiling and the floor, so it won't come out. Everything's attached in here. You'll have to understand, like, the walls are attached to the ceiling, which is attached to that wall, and both walls are attached to the flooring, the metal floors. The front partition is essentially attached to the same thing that the shelves are on, and I can't get the shelves without getting the partition out. Like, everything's just kind of attached, and once it's all out of here, then when I do my van build, I'm not gonna be fucking doing dumb shit like that. We're not gonna be fucking overlapping much. If I gotta get something out of here to fix it or whatever, I'm gonna make sure it's easy as shit to fucking get out of here. We're not doing all that shit. That's too much. Now here's the problem. So you can see where this is hidden. So let's see if we can't unbolt this, right? This is where that metal bracket is also bolted down. But you all see what I'm saying? We're not going to be able to take the shelves out until this partition's out of the way, because this shit ain't going to pull out easily. It's going to try and drag the partition with it. Here, I can't do this left-handed. I had to switch hands. It should just come off. Bottom bolt. Bro, this van's gonna be so dangerous to drive until I get the shit out of it. Like, one good slam on my brakes and all this is gonna be in the front seat with me, because now I don't even have the partition to protect me. That's why I didn't want to touch anything until I was ready to take it all out. So I was just letting the fucking people that told me they were gonna get it out do it all at once. I don't know, this metal partition or this metal bracket thing might actually be two separate pieces, but I can't see behind the shelf. I can't see if it is or isn't. Alright, that's out. Now, let's find out. Alright, that is not attached to the wall anymore. And it is not attached there either. So that bracket right there in the middle is bolted into that mount that I just unscrewed from the wall. Now my question is this. They got this shelf in good, dude. It looks like they even got it glued into the plastic up here. This thing will not move at all. I guess I don't have to worry about this falling over. This shelf is in here, dude. I do not see this coming out that easily. I thought if I just undid the wall mount that we could just pull the whole thing out, leaving it on the wall mount. But maybe because it's bolted into the floor. Honestly, I'm just going to be frank with all of you. I did a lot of hard work today. Look, it's not completely out. Did a lot of hard work today with all the tools that I have at my, I can't talk either. These are all the tools I have. I don't have anything else that would get that out. So, hear me out. Why don't I just wait 2 more days and let the plumbing people come finish the job and get the rest of the shit out of here? And they can take it with them. Well, I already got it started for them. All they have to do is get that out, and then that, and everything will come out. I just let them fucking finish it, right? I don't have a grinder. I don't have money to buy a grinder until Wednesday. And if I buy a grinder, that pushes me back a whole nother week and being able to build the van, because I'm sure it's not cheap. When I got people that have all these tools, if I just wait a couple more days, somebody will get the shit out. It's not about giving up. It's just like humanly impossible to, without having the right tool, to get that fucking cut. Like, I'm not Superman. I can't just rip it right out. And I also don't want to destroy somebody else's tools like this that's meant for wood, not metal. I will destroy her blade trying to get that out. We already tried this. We tried cutting it with that. That thing fucking stops even working the second you push down, put any pressure on it. Well, the plumbing people said we could probably get there sometime next week if you still want to wait over the weekend. And I was like, well, I'm going to try and get it out this weekend, but if I have any issues, I'll let you know. So they're still willing to take it out. I didn't destroy anything. Like, I didn't destroy any of this stuff in here. That's why I don't want to fucking kick this thing out, and kicking it is all it's going to do anyways, is just bend this shit up and still not get it out. So I don't want to like fuck anything up to where they're not going to want it anymore. Yeah, so it's not the blade, dude. It's this whole entire thing doesn't work. It's leaking at the base. Listen, hold on, show you. It's leaking. That's why it's not working. Maybe that blade that is in there might cut it, but it isn't gonna cut it if it's fucking leaking. Look, it's leaking air out, so it's not getting enough pressure to there to be able to cut. Also, I think this blade is a little bit too small, but the whole entire thing doesn't work. There's probably a reason it was in the bottom of the drawer and I should have left it there. I also don't know anything about doing any of this, so I'm just like literally like trying shit to try and get it the... I mean, I filed all that down as much as it would go. So, I mean, I guarantee you the plumbing people deal with rusted strip bolts all the time on like toilets and stuff. So they probably have like a metal saw that they could just pop that right out real quick. And I made it easy for them. They could easily get under it or in between on top. I created a lot of room in there. But yeah, I think like my best bet is I have no money to go buy anything right now. I just filled my van up as much as I could with gas to get me through work till Wednesday. Everything I just purchased in the last couple of weeks kind of has me waiting till this coming Wednesday. I can't buy anything else until Wednesday. So I can't even get any other tools or anything like that right now. So I might as well just wait 2 days and let somebody else deal with this problem. You know what I'm saying? Just let somebody else deal with it, and I'll clean as much of this out of here. I'll just I'll clean it out tomorrow. I have all day off. I gotta find a place. The problem is I gotta find a place to put all of this shit. Like, I can't really leave it outside either because some of it will rust. They end up wanting it. Well, actually, you know what? I gotta keep some of this in here. I gotta keep the door in here. I gotta keep the window cages in here. And then any of these tools that are on the shelves, I gotta keep those in here because they want those too. They said that there's some stuff in here they'd be able to keep and reuse. So it looks messy right now because all of the shit that's in here is not mine except for some of these tools right here. But they want all of that if they do the work. Like, there's a bunch of tools and stuff for plumbing all up in those shelves, and they want all of it, including that heavy ass pipe right there. Well, yeah, they were supposed to come to my job last week to take all this out, but they were on other jobs and couldn't get the time to come up there. And then Saturday, somebody that lives around the corner said, oh, I'll be up there on Saturday to come get the stuff out that the plumbing people didn't. And then he just never fucking showed up. But the other thing too is my friend Matt said he would help me when he gets some free time. So worst case scenario, I could just get Matt to help me cut that out, which would maybe take him 10 minutes to do. So I do think it's going to take two people to lift that metal thing out. I underestimated how heavy it was. I thought I was going to be able to do it myself. That thing is fucking not moving. Like, even like when I was trying to move the wall mount bracket with the crowbar, like, it didn't want to move. No, I don't think I should have waited. I think I helped out a little bit by... Like, those bolts that were behind the seatbelt on both sides, that was a bitch to get out. Like, I'm sure they'll be thankful that I fucking at least got that out for them. The only thing is, when I drive my van on Tuesday, I'm going to want to screw at least a couple of these back in so this thing doesn't move. But that shelf is not fucking going anywhere. Even though it's unbolted from the wall mount's unbolted now, it's not going anywhere. The fitting? Are you talking about this thing? No, this is all one tool. Look, it even says on it. It's an air punch fang tool. This is the only other... The other two are grinders. Look. That's a grinder. This is the only one I have that's like this. And it's got a leak down here. You don't have enough air pressure, it's not going to cut shit. Which is what... We didn't even see a single spark from that thing. Well, anyways, I'm not calling anyone today. I was about to call Matt. Well, actually, I was about to just text him. I usually just text him. He texts me right back. But now I realize it's Easter. He's got family that he's with, or lives with, and I didn't want to disturb him on Easter. Also, I know that he more than likely wouldn't be able to help me today anyways, even if it wasn't Easter. It's kind of short notice. And I'm far away. I'm like over an hour away from where he is. So I'll call him tomorrow. I'll call him after I call the plumbing people. Plumbing people, since I'm off from work tomorrow, I might be able to ask, like, hey, can I drive it to your facility? Like, can I bring my van to your facility and we can get the stuff out together? Like, I'll help them get the stuff out if I'm not working. I just need their tools or whatever. So we'll get it out. Again, it would not have mattered if I got all this shit out of the van today, which I probably would not have been able to because I wouldn't be able to probably move that by myself without fucking anything up. But even if I got everything out today and I cleaned the van, there would be nothing I could possibly do to the van until basically next weekend. Because I work every day. I work Friday, Saturday, and then I'm off Sunday, Monday. So really, like, the heavy work I'm doing on the van wouldn't even be till next Sunday and Monday. So waiting 2 or 3 days, you know, to let somebody else come finish the job here and get this shit out, because that's the other side of it too. I need them to take the shit. Like, I don't want the shit. I have no room for it outside of the van, and I want it out. And they want the stuff that's in here, so just let them fucking come get it, you know? This fucking thing's useless. This fucking thing did absolutely nothing to help anything today. Nothing. Useless. I will say tomorrow when I'm going to try and clean some of this up, like some of the scraps that are on the floor, I'm going to just throw every single bolt and screw in one bag. But I got to take the passenger seat out of here. Anything that is temporarily out of the van right now, like the plastic for the front dash, that can come out. I got to leave my tools in here, but I'm going to put all my tools in like a bag or like a backpack or something. I'm leaving the tools in here in case I break down again. I can, you know, get into the engine and get the stuff, including my jumper cables. I'm leaving those in there. But everything else is going to have to stay in here. That door's going to stay in here. Yeah, see, I don't know anything about any of this. I don't know if it's... But again, I would have to go buy a new one. I don't have the money for it right now. Not till Wednesday. I'm broke. I spent everything I had repairing this van, and I haven't had a paycheck yet since I've worked all last week, so just gonna have to wait. It is what it is. I did as much work as I possibly could do. And at least now, I don't feel like I'm caged in here. But anyways, we'll get everything out of here this week. I still got this whole week to get the shit out, and then next weekend I can start building the inside of this. It'll be a lot. I told you, taking all this out is going to be 100 times harder than actually building the van out. Like, building the van out's easy. You're dealing with wood. You're dealing with fucking steel and metal that's been locked into place for 20 plus years. Of course you're going to have issues. Especially, I don't really have a lot of tools to cut metal, so... Or anything that works. Yeah, exactly. Fuck that bolt. Honestly, I thought the bolts that were over here were going to give me the most trouble. Because remember, there was a couple that were stripped when I was taking them out, but I was able to grip the bolt from underneath and hold it while I twisted it, and I was able to get the strip bolts out on both sides. I thought that was going to give me the most trouble. Like that thing. Ended up just being one fucking stupid bolt on the ground. You know what it is? It's because it was rusted. There was like moisture. So I'm almost wondering, I guarantee you when I lift this rubber mat up, there's going to be rust damage on the floor of the van. You can see some places. There's going to be a lot of rust under these. Look. I'm going to see some rust there. I guarantee you. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Can you see rust under there? Does it look rusted? No? Maybe it's not rusted, but the metal and the screw itself was completely rusted. Everything will go a lot faster once all of this is out of here. I promise you. And again, I think this wire I ripped out earlier goes, or used to go to the Apple CarPlay backup camera that got demolished by Hurricane Helene. Got ripped off the back of the van in the hurricane. Oh shit, I found a screw on the ground. Yeah, let's not leave that on the... I don't need a flat tire. Fucking A, dude. I also gotta fix this door. See that? I gotta replace that lock right there. And the handle, and probably refasten the wire in it. That door will not open. Trust me though, it's better that the door doesn't open right now than the way it was before. Because the way it was before is you'd make a left turn on the road and the whole fucking door go flying open, even though it was shut. So I made sure that thing was not opening. Security, now nobody can break in and get in that way. You still climb out the window if you need to though. The window does work. Does anybody know what this is? Anybody know what this little plastic solar looking thing is? It was just chilling on my dash. I was gonna rip it out, but actually, you know what? I can rip it out. I thought there was like a wire or something behind it, but there's not. It looks like it's got like some kind of plug. Power. Color. Oh, is it a light? Oh, this is probably a light. Why is there a light facing inward? I don't know. This guy has the most random shit all over this van. May not even have been his. Yeah, passenger door, well, all the other doors work. And in fact, when I'm living in the van, I'd say about 90% of the time I'm going to be going in and out of these side doors here, like this door. This is how I'll probably be going into my van and out of it. And I can use this door. Well, right now I've been using this door because this was completely sealed off. But also the passenger seat has not been up here for the last week, so it makes it a lot easier to climb in here and, you know, get over to the other seat. There's nothing obstructing. I got a really decent bike lock though. Look. I'm going to keep this for when I get a bike. I don't have to buy a bike lock. This is a pretty heavy duty one, and it comes with a full-size key. I got the bike lock off of the partition. That was what was holding the door locked or whatever. Vans are the new Jeep. Honestly, I think vans are better than Jeeps. There's newer Jeeps nowadays, they break down a lot more than this van will. Plus, I have a lot of clearance. Like, if you really look, I think this van was previously lifted. Look. That's a lot of clearance for a van. A lot of times these vans are sit a little bit lower. I'm pretty sure it was lifted actually. Hey, those bike locks are like what, $30 sometimes? They're expensive, man. It all adds up. What the hell is this? What's that even mean? What's that go to? Something electrical. I don't know, but I gotta fix these. This is another project I need to work on. These keep shorting out on me when I'm driving. Like if I hit a bump in the road, it'll stop charging my phone. And then the other one on that side just completely stopped working. But it looks like he's got them taped up under here. So I bet you that these just came unloose. I'll probably have to splice these and redo them. That's what it looks like. And he's got other shit plugged into it too. There's just like so much random wires in here, dude. There's a whole USB cable just stuffed into the side. I have no idea what this even goes to. I don't know, maybe it has something to do with the speakers. I don't know, man. Here, I gotta go inside and plug my phone in. Let me turn my camera off real quick. I shut all these doors. I'm at 10%. I gotta go turn this air compressor off. Actually, I gotta put the air compressor back. I gotta put this hose back in here so it doesn't get fucked up. Cool thing is, it just fucking slides right back up onto the spinny thingy. And then it hooks to the front of this garage door here. There we go. Alright, I got that up. Now I just gotta go turn it off real quick. Looks like it looks like I got some kind of cover in here. I don't know what this goes to, but it looks new. I don't know what this is, but I'm gonna keep this. I'm not gonna give this to them. I might be able to use that for something. It's like square shaped or rectangular shaped. We'll keep that. Oh, and I found a ruler. Look. I also found a whole ass yardstick, metal yardstick. I'm gonna need this. This was in the van. Fell out somewhere. I keep finding random useful things in the van that I can use to build. Barbecue pit cover. Oh, it's not a blanket. It's got like straps on it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I got here, hold on, let me plug my phone in real quick, cause this bitch is about to die. If I don't. Alright. I need a drink. Bro, imagine I find like hidden wrapped bunches of $100 bills like behind the shelf. Could you imagine? Like, if I literally found like stacks of cash, and that's why it's so heavy and can't be moved. That's why they have it bolted down the way they do. I would just go buy a new van. I would be like, oh, well, looks like I can go buy a 2012 GMC Savannah van. I'm gonna find a murder weapon in there. There's probably like a murder weapon from like 2 owners ago who used it as a serial killer van. But the likelihood that there would have been 2 serial killer owners that ended up with the van is very unlikely. So I doubt there was like any actual serial killer people that owned the van previously. But I mean, there could be like anything in there. It could be a murder weapon. It could be nothing. It could be money. You can find anything under that shelf probably. There could be drugs still hidden. The van was impounded years ago by the police. They never actually found it. Then they auctioned it off, and in its condition, drugs are still in there. No, I think the only thing of value in that van really is the engine. Right now, it's just the engine. The only thing of value that van has to offer is the engine and anything to do with the engine. Everything else in that van is worthless. Now, when I fix the van up and I make it look really awesome and nice, and I invest, money on the inside of it, and it looks like a camper, then it will be worth of some money because of my time I put into turning it into a camper. Yeah, the tires are worth something. Y'all seen the tire I took out of there earlier. That was like practically brand new. And then there's another full-size spare tire under the van. That spare tire is going to have to go to a friend's house or something. Or I might have to get like a tiny storage unit somewhere. I'm not going to be able to fit that tire in there. Unless maybe I can get a roof mount for that tire. And, when I put my solar in on the roof, maybe I can get a mount for the tire and mount the other extra tire on top of the roof. Or I can get a back door mount for the tire, probably. Like the Jeeps have, I can get one for one of my back doors. I guess it would be smart to keep 2 spare full-size tires on you, because if you change one and the other tires are completely worn, you can change both sides and have even tires. Yeah, it came with 2 full-size spare tires, and then all 4 of the other tires are brand new. Like, he just put brand new tires on that van. Like, I am good on tires for a long time. I probably won't have to change my tires till next year, because I'm not doing any far driving until, another 5 or 6 months in that van. Well, I already have roof racks, but yeah, there should be a mount to go onto my existing roof racks. That's what I was thinking. Hey, can you all do me a favor? Like, I'll stay live, but while I'm live here, I'm gonna create another live on my computer through StreamYard. And once I have it, I'll drop the link, and then we'll just move over there so I could end this. Because my phone will never charge while I'm live. It just isn't going up at all. Once it gets below 20%, it will not charge. It'll just keep it wherever I plugged it in at, but also I'd rather be on my computer. I could pull shit up on my screen. Let's see, title, live chat? No. Live van life talk stream, whatever. I don't know. Fuck. Just type anything. You just type words. Okay. Create live stream. Now, there's so much potential and different things I could do with the van. It's just I gotta figure out what's most important and do those things first. Like my greatest necessities and needs, and I'm definitely going to have to compromise for certain things. I can tell you that. Like space-wise, I'm gonna end up compromising. Alright, let's see. Alright, I should be able to find the new live, right? Alright, share. Okay. Alright, so here is the link to the new live, making it really easy for people to just go over there. So you can click on the link, and I'm going to end this, and I'll be over there. I'll see you all over on the other live. Should be live now.